The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Play one, and Prescott to the air.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Now a first carry for the former Tar Heel, Javonte Williams.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the counter, here's Williams. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
What an advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Prescott.
That's complete. It's Greg Dulcich.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line.
That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and 1 at the Raiders' 31-yard line.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Here's Prescott.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
4th down, Prescott. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
That's a very nice game there. Confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
They go play action with Hurts.
And a throw right sideline is complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 23 yards on the play.
A lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well where you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
The Raiders at 9-1 on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
From the 31, Hurts. Looking left side, and it's complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 12-yard line. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great play there.
With his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are on the board first here this afternoon.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on fourth down, didn't convert.
There he goes, left side. 30, 10, 5, and he just falls short down at the 1-yard line.
101 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
So close, couldn't get all the way in, knocking on the doorstep down to the 1. Nevertheless, fantastic run.
Not only that, this is where you wave to your replacement, go back to the bench. No way, I'm not coming out of this game. I got it down to the 1-yard line. I wanted to carry it in.
We'll see if they reward him on this next play. And that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal.
Williams will get down close to the goal line, but not in, and so he'll be marked down at the 1.
They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's third and goal.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Dak Prescott, touchdown number 15 of the year.
And the Broncos are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
It's caught inside the 25.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. But he's been doing this for a lot of years, and the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you can have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
Under a minute to go, clock running and a back-and-forth first quarter of play. Following the penalty, they'll go back to the run game. 4 yards on the pickup. It'll be second down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
So still 14 yards to go, second down. Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
Looking for his tight end on the corner, it's complete. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. Completion good for 14 yards. And they'll be faced with a third and inches.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders.
Jalen Hurts,
A 12-yard touchdown run.
and the Raiders have taken the lead.
So they're down in the red zone. They opt to utilize his legs instead of the arm. It works out pretty well.
I like what they were thinking there, because in most situations now, defense is accounting for all the other runners on the field, and of course for pass plays. With the quarterback position, oftentimes it is unaccounted for. Offense coordinator felt it, dialed it right up.
Inside the red zone, is this something teams should maybe, depending on the quarterback, do more often?
Definitely. If you've got a quarterback who can actually run it with his legs, that's an extra option.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Up the middle, it's Williams. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, second down.
He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
My partner guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And this offense on third down today, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the #1 goal? Make the playoffs. #2, win your division. #3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the #1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
41 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Play action. Here's Hurts. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught inside the 5. It's a big play there for Vegas. 56 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he showed some fancy footwork on the juke, but then quickly taken down. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. And they'll run again. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there. With his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game. And the Raiders go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Now we are keeping a close eye on his catches, a really close eye now, because that's number 899 in his career. The next one will give him 900. They try and run on first down, but this one's going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Now Prescott. This one completes Alec Pierce. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. Play action now. Prescott. He's got a man. Complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 33 yards that time.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit, and that might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
A first down throw for Prescott. This will be caught inside the 10. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. To the air again, Prescott. Out to it, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The sack sets him back a full 10 yards there on first and goal.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on first and goal. But that close to the goal line, it still definitely hurts.
Another try after the first down sack. Prescott, he's got his man. It's Pierce. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Interested to see what they dial up here. Third and goal with a lot of green between them and the end zone. Prescott from the gun. Dancing to his left. Throw over the middle, taken in by Dulcich. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The fourth down pass from the 5 falls incomplete, and the Raiders hang tough down near the goal line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. He'll bite, and he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety.
Every team has plays in their book to try and buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations. In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
And a penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Running the jet sweep as Prescott bats it forward. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Over the middle and complete to Wilson. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Now a first down carry, it's Williams. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Now a second down and 6. Prescott. Good slant caught by Pierce. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Final play of the half, Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. DeAndre Hopkins. As time expires in the first half. And the Broncos are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point safely through. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we have reached halftime here in Vegas with the Raiders on top. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
19 Tigers. 7 Pirates. Dragon 60.
From the 30 on second down. Hurts. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he goes out right around the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
On 2nd and 12, Hurts. Wide open receiver, complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Hurts with a quick throw, complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent game. His throw caught at about the 5. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Raiders take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. Start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side, so now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
And he's got Pierce. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks, because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Prescott on 1st down. That's complete to Pierce. He'll get it inside the 20. Touchdown! Alec Pierce, 37 yards. And the Broncos are back within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And this is back to a 5-point game.
Broncos 23.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now we'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that's caught inside the 35. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
Brings up
Looking to throw again on second down. Hurts. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Hurts. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Gets it out quickly here to the left flank. Down inside the 10. Touchdown, Raiders! 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Raiders will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Extra point splits the uprights, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
And the Raiders have got him. Max Crosby in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off of it. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. The Broncos on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Over the middle, hauled in by Pierce. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? And he is going to have a Broncos first down by a good couple of yards as they get 3 there on 4th and inches. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now Prescott. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Prescott. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
is Prescott.
He has a man. It's complete to Wilson. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 49-yard line. They'll throw again. Prescott buying time to his left.
On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
2nd and 10.
Prescott now.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Prescott yet again. Making the catch. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 30. A 3rd down gain of 19. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
129 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Broncos. DeAndre Hopkins with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Broncos have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense. And this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
And he's caught on his sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the 2nd half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Broncos. 19 white. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Back in 60.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts.
Throwing left side, it's complete.
And he is going to have a Raiders first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
27 yards, a big play there on 4th. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 42-yard line.
Throwing is Hurts. They'll let this go for the end zone.
And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there. 42 yards.
And the Raiders add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Point after, right down the middle. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Steps away.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
The offense on 3rd down, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 10. Play fake. Here's Prescott.
He'll drop this down to Williams.
And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the 1st at the 32. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
In this situation, the dictation is coming from the defense, right? They're going to tell you, you can have 6, 7 yards, do that all the way downfield. Let's just go ahead and take the time off the clock.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position.
But 1st down, Hurts.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have...
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
Picked off by Greg Newsom. And the Broncos are right back in this football game.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams.
138 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
And that run there does nothing but juice up the guys who are moving the football. I mean, if you're an offensive lineman, people running it, actually the guy calling plays. You're almost jumping up and down in jubilation, aren't you?
Yeah, now you've got options on second down.
And big-time options. You might want to think about play action and try and get something cheap right here over the top.
On 2nd and 1, Prescott.
That's caught by Wilson.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
It's a gain of 3. And the Broncos first down.
Prescott.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays up in quick succession if they can.
Now Dak.
And this is caught on the sideline. Are the feet in? They are. What a catch. A gain there of 30 big ones. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Here's Dak. Got his man, it's Dulcich.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. One last shot now for Prescott. Eluding the press, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So for Las Vegas, they get win number 10 on the year as they move to 10-1.